Having 4 days off and only having to work 3 days out of the week sounds like a dream. You're not prepared for those 3 days of work. Then those 3 days will be the longest 3 days of your life, and it'll actually feel like the longest nightmare of your life. It'll be the complete opposite of a dream. And you'll end up spending your whole 4 days off in a row that you were looking forward to enjoying, trying to get your life back together. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're getting our life together. We can actually enjoy our other 4 days off during the week. And the first thing I always do is meal prepping, because the last thing I want to do after working 12 hours is coming home and trying to think about what I want to eat, or having to cook, or going out and spending money on food. No, we're not doing that. Remember, we're not doing that. We're being responsible until it's our 4 days off, and then we're having fun. Let's head out to the grocery store. Our first stop is Trader Johannes, and we are here bright and early before they even open. Actually, in the parking lot, already full, but you know, it's okay because it would have been a lot more fuller if I waited any longer. This sun is beating on me, but I had to get here right when they open, because if you know anything about Trader Joe's, why are the stores always way too small and they're always way too packed, and it's the weekend? No, I'm not having it. So we're here bright and early. Right when they open, I'm gonna head in, get my stuff, and go. I got a list. I gotta stick to my list. Most all snacks, I love a snack, but I gotta stay locked into what I'm actually looking for. Otherwise, I will come out of here with a bunch of random stuff that I do not need. It's like the doors just open, so let's run in and get everything and get out. Let's do a haul and see all the fun things I got, because I've literally had none of the stuff that I got. So we'll start with the boring stuff first. I just got some large pasture-raised eggs, because I learned that cage-free eggs doesn't necessarily mean the environment is good, because they're cage-free, but then they're all crammed into a barn. So really, it's not good. It's really just marketing. So pasture-raised is actually what you want, but okay, that was just a little fun fact. So got some pasture-raised eggs, and you can really tell the difference, because sometimes I just feel cheap and I get the regular eggs and they're not the same. I've never tried their cottage cheese, but this is a really good way to get in protein. One serving of this has 13 grams of protein, but I do make sure to get the low-fat one, because otherwise it has a lot of fat in it. And since I'm going to be eating these frozen meals, that is something that I do to try to balance out eating the frozen meals, is I try to watch what else I eat throughout the day, because otherwise it's a lot of sodium, it's a lot of fat. We gotta watch all. But now let's get into the fun stuff. So this is what I'm really excited about. This is an orange chicken bowl. I love Trader Joe's orange chicken, but I wanted stuff that I could just easily get home, pop it in the microwave, go shower, and be done, eat quick. I also wanted things that were high in protein, so this bowl, one serving, is 28 grams of protein, so really good. And I got this chicken burrito bowl. It has seasoned chicken breast with brown rice, black beans, red quinoa, cheddar cheese, corn, Chipotle Southwest style sauce. Sounds good to me. Teriyaki chicken bowl with dark meat, rice, vegetables, teriyaki sauce. Okay, Panda Express, come on. Really, I love Mexican type of food, so I got this salsa verde chicken enchiladas. Love, love, love. Never had them, but sounds good to me. And I recently just started getting hip to Indian food. I really didn't like it that much before, but it's kind of something that I acquired the taste for. More that I ate it and the more that I kind of smelled it. I think the one thing that I don't really like is the saffron. I know it's a really popular ingredient in Indian food, and it's probably in this too, but I don't know. I think it's the smell and even the taste I really don't love. I know I like this. And how much protein? This one has 21 grams of protein, so good. I try to make sure at least has 20. And then I got this butter chicken, which I don't think I ever had the butter chicken, so we'll see. I'm sure it's good. And then I just got these Southwest style chicken quesadillas. It actually has 2 servings in it, and 2 servings is 46 grams of protein. So I don't know, maybe if I'm feeling extra hungry, if I didn't eat a lot during the day, I'll eat the whole box, or half the serving still has 23. So either way, really good. I just got a couple cans of tuna because I love tuna, and I always get the salt-free one. I also love how Trader Joe's puts everything in one bag, because my go-to is getting Walmart Plus delivery for my actual groceries, because clearly Trader Joe's is just like a snack store. I tell you, they will put one item in a bag, and it just sends me, because what was the point? Why are we putting one cold item in a bag and then another one cold item in a separate bag? So now we have 2 bags of cold items with a single product in each one. Or killing the environment. Okay, and I'm not feeling it. All right, now that we got the frozen easy meals out of the way, we got to start prepping some real food that I eat for breakfast and for lunch when I'm at work. Now, when I'm at work, I don't like to eat too heavy, because then I just get tired and I don't want to work anymore. So for my breakfast, I usually just have a couple boiled eggs and some overnight oats. So I'm gonna get the water started boiling for the eggs, and we're gonna make the overnight oats together. I've been having my staple overnight oat recipe, and it's so good. I also just got all this new glassware from, I I don't have it clean from when I worked last week. Okay, 1 second. We gotta do dishes, I guess. We did some dishes quick, and these are my new meal prep containers that I got from Home Goods. They're glass, and they have these easy click-on lids, which I really like, and I just like that they're glass, not plastic. I feel like I can warm stuff up in them without getting toxicness into my body, which do I really care about? I don't know. I selectively care, but that's neither here nor there. So we're gonna make some overnight oats. Workstation is a little bit of a mess because I just made overnight oats for breakfast. So while I have all this stuff out, I'm like, let me just prep them real quick. So we do half a cup of oats in all of them. Then we do a cup of milk, and we're just gonna hope that this is enough milk. I think we are really going to push it, but I think we'll be okay. And as you can see, my secret ingredient for a little bit of sweetness is going to be this Chobani pumpkin spice creamer. I'm telling you, it just adds the right amount of sweetness because I don't have honey and I wasn't buying honey. So we're gonna work with what we have, okay? And luckily we made the milk straight. This Chobani creamer, if you haven't had it, is so good in your coffee. I haven't tried any of the other ones, but so far this pumpkin spice one, 10 out of 10. So we're just gonna put a little bit of this in here, not too much because it is like real cream and we're trying to be healthy, right? So just a little bit for a little bit of sweetness. And then I go in with some flax seeds for some fiber, protein. I don't know, honestly, they're just healthy, I think. So I just add them in here. They have no taste and they don't mess with the texture at all, so I don't mind them. This is a new addition, is these coconut flakes. I don't think I'm gonna buy these again because it honestly just adds unnecessary sugars in there that I don't really need, and it doesn't bring a lot of flavor. So it's cool, but not necessary. Just using them now because at this point I have them, so we're gonna use them. Can't hurt. Of course, we have to get some fruit in here to bring it some more flavor. So frozen blueberries is my go-to. This is what I've been doing for the longest time. So I just put a whole bunch of these in there, and I always get the big bag from Walmart or whatever grocery store I'm going to because I go through these blueberries. So that looks like enough. And then the last ingredient, I love peanut butter. So I put this in there, and no, it doesn't like mix together good. Kind of like a treat when I'm at work and I go on break and I have my breakfast and then I just have like globs of peanut butter. If you like peanut butter, you know you're not gonna be feeling eating globs of peanut butter, then I would just pass. Like I said, I'm a peanut butter stan. So one of my favorite things to do when I get to the end of a jar of peanut butter is pour a little bit of milk in there and then shake, 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 shake. And it makes like a good peanut butter sauce that you can pour into your overnight oats if you don't want to be eating clumps of peanut butter. The water is boiling. Before we finish up the overnight oats, we're gonna put in these eggs. I normally do 2 boiled eggs every morning, and I personally like my boiled eggs boiled like soft, where the yolk is a little bit runny but not too much. So we're gonna boil these for like 8 minutes and that should be good. Now I could just put these lids on there and just shake the overnight oats up, but thinking about everything sticking to the top of the container gives me a little bit of anxiety. So I just stir everything with a spoon and we call that good. Got the rest of my little snacks packed. So I always have honey roasted almonds. I love these so much. So I just packaged out a serving in these little Ziploc bags. I really need to get those tiny little square containers so I can stop using plastic bags. But for now, this is what I have to use. And then I always just put a whole bunch of vitamins in my plastic bag so I can take these at work. Also, a little container would be really nice so I could not use a plastic bag, but this one I reuse, so it's fine. And I just put a whole bunch of them in there so I stay stocked. And then normally I do like a Triscuits and cheese, but this week I'm gonna do some cheddar squares from Annie's and then probably a slice of cheese still, but I just have 1 serving of these all packaged out, and it doesn't look like a lot because this container is big. And when I got these, I was like, oh, those perfect little tiny containers, but no, they're still too big. So I need to get one that's like half this size and a little square for little crackers like this, and also my almonds. And of course, I just have bananas. These are staples for me. I always have bananas on deck. I only have 2 because I don't always eat them every day, and they've been going bad on me a lot lately, so just have 2. And then these are my favorite, these little Velveeta soft baked banana bread. They're so, so good, but I also don't eat these every day. I just bring them in my bag in case one day I'm super hungry. All right, I just got the eggs all peeled and ready to go. So we have 4 in here and then just 1 in this plastic bag, and I'm gonna just rotate, save the plastic bag. You know, we gotta save the environment a little bit. And then we got our oats up top, and I always keep a protein shake with me. These are nasty. Packaging really cute. They taste disgusting. It tastes like soapy bubble gum. Don't recommend any protein shake from Alani, but of course I love Alani energy drinks, so I always take one of those. And then I always have a yogurt as well for more protein. And that's everything I take to work in my 12-hour shift. Like I said, I really don't like to eat a lot when I'm working because I don't like to feel sluggish and tired. So I just have a lot of snacks and then I eat my main meal when I get home. And I forgot one thing, but I'm gonna do this while we move on to the next step. And I'm just going to prep a bunch of frozen vegetables or servings of frozen vegetables that I can have after work. There's about 4 servings in here, so I'm gonna just spread this across 3 days so I can make my frozen Trader Joe's meals a little bit healthier and get my vegetables in. I'll just eat these mixed vegetables on the side. All right, I had to cut the air on, so sorry if you can hear that, but I was cooking in here. It's like 90 degrees in Atlanta today, and this is horrible lighting. Let's get in front of the window, right? But yeah, so sorry if you can hear the air, but we're gonna clean the apartment and we're not gonna do too much because honestly, I'm just not in the mood to. Normally I would change my sheets and everything, but I'm not doing that today. I don't feel like remaking my bed, so we can do that after our 3 12s in a row because I'm gonna have 5 days off in a row, so we will have plenty of time. But other than that, we're just gonna do a quick speed clean of the whole space. It's really not that messy because that is one of my hacks. I keep my space clean on the daily, so I don't have too much of a crazy clean every week. So this is gonna take 30 minutes tops. I'm not doing it any longer. I don't have any more cleaning left in me today, okay?
See that all that look.
Since getting Arlo, my holy grail product has been this hypochlorous acid cleaning spray. All you have to do is spray it on any hard, soft surface. It's safe for pretty much all surfaces, clothes, anything. It completely kills any odors. It doesn't leave like a nasty cover-up smell. It just leaves it smelling clean. It smells like a light bleach at first, and then it just kind of dissipates into nothing. So I sprayed this all over because I have Arlo all over in here. So I spray it onto all the fabric places that I can't wash, like my couch and my rug. And it just completely kills any odor that might be in here because the one thing I do not want is an apartment that smells like I have a dog, okay? And yes, he sleeps with me too, so it goes on my bed as well. When I tell you I spray this on everything, I mean everything. And it's completely pet safe. So I spray this, completely kills all the odors, and then I get my plugin so it smells good in here. And I know some people freak out about plugins and pets, but it doesn't bother Arlo, so it's good, it's good, it's good. He's all right, we're all right. It's good, it smells good in here. We got the meal prepping, the cleaning out of the way. Now the next thing on our list is to tackle this gym. Now I go to the gym 3 times a week, but when I'm working 3 12s in a row, or the days that I work 12s, I'm not going to the gym before work or after work. It's just simply not happening. So I use my off days to really go to the gym. So today being one of my off days, even though it's Saturday, I cannot skip the gym. And today I'm just gonna do cardio. I do 3 days full body strength training and then 2 to 3 days of steady state, low intensity cardio, just so I can burn, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. I'm wearing this tight compressing shirt. Really working on gaining muscle, and even though you can't really tell, I can definitely tell results. I've been going pretty consistently. Actually, I don't even think about going, I just go. So that's my motivation. Honestly, you just gotta make yourself go. I drink some caffeine and I just drive myself to the gym and I just start moving. Honestly, just on autopilot. Like, find an easy routine that you can stick to and just go consistently and you'll start to see results. And that's exactly what we're doing right now, is we're just gonna go knock this cardio out. I think I'm gonna do like 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, maybe 45. And there's only one Stairmaster in my building, so if that Stairmaster is taken, and I'm just wearing my Hokas. These are, I've had these for a while. I probably need some new ones because they're getting kind of worn in, but they work well. Nike shorts, Under Armour top, Nike hat, and yeah, like I was saying, there's only one Stairmaster in my apartment gym, so I'm either gonna do Stairmaster, hopefully, or I'm gonna do an incline cardio. And by the time I'm done in there, I will be drenched in sweat. Real quick, before I head out to go to the gym, I'm gonna do a little light brush on him and then do another light brush later to really make a full brush, because I notice the days that I work, when I get home from work, the last thing I wanna be doing is doing a whole brush down on him. So the day before I go to work 312s, I make sure that he is brushed really, really well, because otherwise I didn't do that last week or the week before and he got some mats in him and I really don't want want that. Just do short little sessions of brushing, and we're gonna do that right now before I head out to the gym. And he used to be really good at brushing when he was a puppy, but he's still a puppy, but as he's gotten older, he started to realize like, wait, I do not like that. So I really have to break it up into shorter sections. And usually I either put him up on the counter or I hold him on my arm like this, because otherwise he will just try to run away from me. And particularly back on the back side is where he really gets tangled up. So I try to focus back there each time just to make sure I get all the knots out, and then also on his legs. And then I love when his head is floofy, so brush his head a little bit, brush his ears. Honestly, he's doing way better because I just brushed him last night, so it's not painful for him. It's not really bothering him because the brush is just going through his fur, but he's running away, so we'll call that good for now. We'll do a couple more little brushing sessions in today, and by the end of the day, he'll be fully floofed, no mats, no tangles, no knots, nothing, and he'll be ready for these light brushings while I work. Head out and go to the gym. Forgot to mention, the days that I work, he goes to daycare. I pay $99 a week, which I know it's a little expensive, but he gets unlimited daycare. So even the days that I don't work, I have schoolwork to do, or I'm just busy, I have things to do, I can still take him to daycare without paying anything additional. So I've been really liking that. The only thing I do not like is he comes back smelling so bad, so bad. So I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be a long-term thing. I really wanna find a dog sitter, specifically one that's in my building, so I don't have to deal with the whole parking thing, because I don't have any parking in my building. And whenever I've had dog sitters, I have to pay for their parking, and it just becomes really expensive, more than the $99 a week. So for right now, the daycare works. The only thing I just do not like is he comes back really dirty and stinks, and I just don't like that part. Like I said, I'm very keen on smells. I like things to smell good. When things stink, when there's a odor, I can't do it. And he comes back with a strong odor. So other than that, the daycare has been working out really well. It's literally down the street from my job, so it's perfect. And he comes back tired. So when I get off work, I don't have to worry about walking him or trying to tire him out because he's been inside all day. Tired out from playing with a whole bunch of other dogs, and it gets him some good interaction in. So if you're wondering, that's how I have a puppy and work 12-hour shifts. All right, we got 50 minutes. I actually did 45 minutes of cardio, and we got about 350 calories. So that is really good. Normally when I do strength training, it takes me like an hour to burn like 300 calories. So I was hitting it on the cardio today. But now, as you can see, it is time to shower. And my apartment building is having a pool party today. And I thought about going, but honestly, I'm not in the mood to lay by the pool. But they're having food, so I might go down there and get some food. It looked like they were just grilling out, so like hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever. But I think I'm gonna go get some of those, and that's gonna be my lunch after I shower. I'm scared wearing scrubs, but don't worry, I'm not going to work just yet. But I did get some new work shoes, but I need to show y'all and get your opinion, because clearly they're still in the bag, because I don't know if I'm gonna keep them. So yesterday I was scrolling on TikTok, and I saw that these are the most comfortable healthcare shoes. And they're not even shoes, and I've never wore anything like these. So let me just open the box and show y'all. So they're clogs, but they're kind of like croc clogs. They're like a croc material, but they're have way more support than Crocs, because I tried to wear Crocs and they are so flat. It is just not comfortable at all. I could not wear them. My feet hurt so bad. So I wanted to try these that I heard a lot of good things about from people on TikTok, saying that these are the most comfortable shoe, and they're easy to wipe off and clean, which I really like. I can spray my hypochlorous acid on them. So yeah, they're still in the box. I've wore them around the house a little bit, but I'm just not sure if they're really gonna be the vibe for me or not, because I don't know. They kind of reminded me like lunch lady. I love a lunch lady, but like, I don't know if the lunch lady look is for me. Ignore the dishwasher sound, but you see, what do we think? I think they look, I don't know. I don't think I hate them with like the flare scrub pants. And they are comfortable. They have a lot of arch support. I can feel in my arches there's like a lot of support. And I don't know. I think I like them. I like how my foot can breathe. There's little cutouts in the sides of them, so air can flow in there, because it is like a rubber shoe, so your foot's not going to be stinking. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Arlo, what do you think? Move. Although you need to move. I'm trying to show. What do you think of the shoes? Shoe check. Shoe check. I don't know, y'all. So let me know in the comments because I need your help. Do we keep or do we return? We completely prepped for my 312s in a row and now I don't have to worry about a thing, and I hope this gave you some ideas about how you can better prep for your 12-hour shifts to make them go by a lot more smoother. We're fully prepared. We got meals down, we got the exercise down, we got the dog down, we got the apartment down. We don't have to worry about a thing but waking up, hitting that clock, and getting home safely, okay? Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, definitely subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye!